I'm guessing you're leaving the Politicon stuff for Sam to dunk on tomorrow, but I hope you guys played Charlie Kirk blowing up with Hassan Piker. Sam killed it, though, as always. Cenk also beat Tucker. It was a good weekend for the left. And as always, left is best. I actually don't see any reason why we couldn't play the Charlie Kirk freaking out with Hassan and Cenk.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I also sent a clip that someone showed me of the debate with Sam.
Hello.
Where this is actually pretty funny.
Okay, stipulate that that relative gains are growing. But however, if you can afford less, then the aggregate number is not going to mean very much to you.
Wow.
Do you see?
I guess we don't even need to play the clip now.
Yeah, you want to hear Sam debate Charlie Kirk? Sam, why are you so mad about entrepreneurs creating jobs?
You say creating jobs, but tax repatriation goes to the shareholders. There's research from UMass. Do you see?
Okay. Before Charlie Kirk, I don't know what he did. Apparently, I don't think he freaked out while he was debating Sam. He must have.
No, he kept his.
Yeah, he must have taken
relatively cool.
So there was this moment, and this conservatives love this shit. I did this like, if you have social values and you have a critique of capitalist economy, or even just want a universal safety net, that means you should live in poverty. Actually, the point is that we don't want anybody to live in poverty, and we want everybody to enjoy material benefits. But he thought that he was doing a huge dunk here by getting Hassan Piker to reveal his salary, which, like, I actually have to say, like, look, it's a great salary for, like, a single young person, but it's not like...
Especially one that lives with his parents in a $1 million home.
Right.
Like Charlie Kirk does.
Right, exactly. But Charlie Kirk thinks he's revealing something here. He's not. Hassan Piker... Actually, Hassan handles this really well, which is just like, sure, I'll tell you my salary. What the hell does that have to do with anything, dude? And then that's going to lead... When the question goes in the opposite direction... Charlie he looks like he could use some milk from his mom.
Why don't you live like a socialist?
Okay.
Go live like a socialist.
The point is larger than that, Charlie.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Cenk.
guys.
I live as a capitalist, okay? I live what I believe.
No.
What do? I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's my salary? Less than his.
Charlie,
come on, Cenk, let's go.
Charlie, what are you doing? Take a seat. Psycho? All right, no. Take a seat.
No, wait, fucking rewind that.
You're going to take a seat
I
over
didn't
here.
hear that.
What's my salary? Hold on.
Did Hassan just call him a psycho?
Charlie, take a seat.
Cenk, let's go.
Charlie,
what are you doing?
Take a seat.
Psycho?
All right, no. You're going to take a seat. You're going to take a seat over here.
Oh, my God.
What's my salary?
All right.
Oh, ridiculous. All right, behave, everyone. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I practice what I preach, Cenk.
Charlie.
You do not practice
Like
what
pro
you preach.
wrestling.
Charlie.
For nerds.
All right, hold on. Last point. You don't want to give him the attention here. Everyone,
35,000 donors across the country, my friend Cenk. We are funded by the grassroots of this country. You can try to demagogue it all you want.
Oh, okay.
Can I finish my point? All right.
Less than Hassan, so you can check it yourself.
Hold on. Charlie. Let me finish my point. All right. Right? We're having a reasonable discussion, right? We're here, we're talking to one another. Let's stop screaming at one another, including those of the Young Turks who obviously don't pay me enough. So
Okay, so I just want to say, as my unending emphasis on branding, that's beautiful, because I don't care what else happened in the rest of that debate. Hassan won it because the only representation you have of that in mass media is Charlie Kirk freaking out and having a bizarre meltdown, and Hassan being like, dude, calm down and sit down so we can talk. He won the debate. And then I was like, I don't know. I've seen Charlie Kirk. I'm not impressed with him, obviously, but I've never seen him have that kind of weird freak out before. But it's the whole, you're going to try to demagogue it and say that I'm not. Da, 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 da. So he's touchy that he's funded by a handful of oligarchs and he still lives with mommy and daddy. Must be what it is.
Some fun bit of praxis is if Charlie Kirk ever comes to your campus, just get like you and a dozen of your friends and intersperse yourselves in the middle of the crowd and agree at like a preset time to just start speaking at maybe just a room, like a normal inside voice. Just say Foster freeze, Foster freeze, Foster freeze, Foster freeze,
Foster freeze. That's all you need to do. That's right.
Act like he's a substitute teacher you want to fuck with.
Literally, check all the jargon and all the other stuff and just just find exactly the way to make him uncomfortable and revealed for what he is.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Do you see the clip? This is really funny. I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. We got a Sam clip.
I
All
just
right.
sent it. I just tagged you in the Twitter.
Stipulate that the consumer price index is increasing. However, if milk is going up above your wages, then it's not really going to make much of a difference to you, even if it's increasing in the advocate. Oh my God. I sound like
this
him.
is clipped
That's
by
terrifying.
This is clipped by a friend of the show, Lizard Rumsfeld.
Lizard
who's
Rumsfeld, very talented Twitter.
Very good at being online.
Very good at being online.
So we see this moment here in the debate. Should I set it up?
Yes, please. Yeah, I don't know what's
where
going on.
they're talking about how the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is funded by money from banks, fees from banks, and Charlie Kirk is trying to say that they're actually using your deposit money to pay for the CFPB. And Sam's like, do you understand how banks work?
This is going to be fun.
In terms of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau saved consumers $90 million worth of bank fees in the last year of the Obama administration alone. There has not been one enforcement action since the Trump administration has taken over.
So what's the CFPB budget?
What is the budget? It is completely funded by fees that they get from the bank.
Okay, so forcibly take money away from the people that are depositor and then say that they're saving $90 million of fees on the back.
That's not the way it works.
Pause that. I'm sorry.
When you
The balls of that argument. I'm in awe of that because you know what? It's the only play he has. Because
they're taking money out of your bank account.
There is no normal person on earth that is going to oppose the idea. Again, besides the Koch brothers or Foster Freeze, or if your salary depends on people like that, there's no normal person on earth who's going to object to, okay, you put a fee on banks and that money subsidizes them not defrauding me. I support that. You know, maybe some type of weird kids who used to call in for like libertarian debates with Sam. Everybody's going to support that. So how, if you're a right-wing propagandist, you make this awe-inspiring lie, which I guess maybe sounds good to some people, but ironically, for like a capitalism propagandist, you're revealing that you don't know how one of the most basic aspects of capital circulation works. Let's finish this.
deposit your money.
So the banks make money by people putting money in it, and then they borrow it out. So those are depositors. So you're taxing the depositors to then put on the back end of the government agency that is run in the CFPB should be completely abolished. It's an unconstitutional agency.
Okay. Oh, there's the pivot.
And it's used as a weapon.
Bankers
against
do
fraudsters.
not loan out their depositors money exclusively. That's why you have capital controls. They loan out a lot
exclusively.
more.
That is one form and function of a bank.
But it goes back to you.
Well, obviously it goes back to, you know, most of the money in your bank's actually not in there, Sam? You know that,
Yes.
right?
Oh, this is...
That's the way a bank works. So you
Look
have
at Sam's
you have
face.
the FDIC that insures it up to a certain amount, but that money is probably somewhere else in the economy on loan or on lien to somewhere else to try to make the bank money. So when you're taxing the bank to try to fund the CFPB, you're actually taxing the depositors. You are taxing the money within the bank. The bank is comprised of the people that put the money in the bank.
No, you're taxing the profits they make off of their loans.
And they make...
Right. Yes. That is amazing.
You're taxing the people that do fraud to protect people from fraud.
Yeah. But you're not doing that because what banks are is you just take $100 and then you put it in a bank and it just remains your $100. What's great is that he's like totally bank illiterate, and that it's beautiful because then he gives you the next two moves, which is he's like, oh fuck, Seder knows what he's talking.
It's not even constitutional.
That's not even
anyway.
constitutional. That's always going to be number one. That's the first pivot, and then the second pivot is I've been completely humiliated on the basic mechanics of finance. And now I'm going to actually try to just flip this. I'm just going to Aikido it. Like, you know that your money's not actually there, Sam. I just revealed, but like, I just revealed myself to literally not understand how banks work to tell a awe-inspiring lie about a thing that protects American consumers. I noticed the Constitution shit doesn't work with normal people anymore, so let me do the reverse expertise move. It's like that's Star Wars shit.
I know I've been shamed with my own ignorance here, so let me adopt a pedagogical tone and act like I'm going to teach you something about banking.
Like literally, like a kid on like a museum tour.
Competition would start kicking in.
You gotta hand it to him though. He really doubles down.
He's good.
Well, that's his job. He's a propagandist.
Like,
he's mastered the affect game of debate.
Right.
Like if someone says something to me, even if I'm like 90% sure I'm correct about it, I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Well, that's it.
I gotta check my
That's
facts.
the whole tactic.
You're not. That's the thing that's so stupid about these debates is it's more like wrestling than like discourse or like in discourse, right? It's all about the on the spot rhetorical flourish and the message you can convey to a live audience. Like I think if you wanted to have debates between people where they're just supposed to speak extemporaneously about things they know, fine, but don't have a live audience there to be like a sort of lever of appeal to, right? Because then that's my main problem with presidential debates. There should not be a crowd there. Like,
no.
They go through the song and dance of please don't clap or applaud. They shouldn't fucking be there in the first
don't be
place.
there.
I mean, Politicon makes that a bit difficult because that's the whole point.
That's the whole
It's
point.
pro wrestling for lanyards who did a lot of extra credit in high school.
Exactly.
That sounds like a nightmare. And the reason Sam does it well, see, this is a good, right? Because if he just had the facts about how banks work, that actually wouldn't do the job. I'm not saying it helps. It helps that he consistently revealed shit.
It helps in a rhetorical way.
But it's because of how he sells it. If he literally was just being there, well, no, actually, the way the banks work is, then Charlie Kirk will just keep steamrolling him with bullshit. But it's because he's right, but he's also giving him the like, actually, like he's doing, like he's alpha cucking.
He has the air of a somewhat put upon professor trying to explain to this freshman asshole
right. He's like,
how,
listen,
just how the shit works.
Exactly. Like, listen, you fucking idiot. Like, and that's what comes across. It's not the facts.
Yeah, exactly. People aren't applauding because of the facts. They're applauding because he got sunned by like facts.
He got sunned by facts.
And that's a good thing to be sunned by.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? If they're actual facts. He got sunned by contextualized facts.
And authoritative delivery
of supposed facts. Right. That's right. But that's it. That's the whole game. That's what all these people who've been trained on Ben Shapiro, that's all they're doing. It's a number.
You're gonna think I'm
there
winning.
it is.
If I don't get out of this tone, you're gonna think I'm still winning.
That's it.
God,
That's
I need to
it.
start taking testosterone. Not that Ben Shapiro has a lot of
I was
it.
gonna say I don't think that's the first time
like,
that phrase has ever
you need to
followed
take a little
a
testosterone.
conversation about Ben Shapiro.
Fair.
Oh my god. Do you see?
But like the confidence of a fucking privileged white man.
I don't even know if that's something else. That he's running on something. He's running on some other fuel. That's a whole other fucking operation.
It's reptilians, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe I'm almost entirely there with you. Do you see? I missed the beginning of the show. Did you guys give your boy Sam praise for totally owning Charlie Kirk at Politicon yesterday? Well, as I said, it seems like it. If that was any indication of how it went, that was not a good exchange for Charlie Kirk.